I am going to address one of the most asked questions from YouTubers and non-YouTubers. Basically, how much I've earned on YouTube being a small YouTuber who has spent a year to get to where I am today. I'll also be addressing how long it's taken me to get monetized, as well as the things that, if I knew then, would have hastened this journey, and most importantly, the process it took to get me monetized. If this topic will be of interest to you, then stay well to keep watching, and let's get right into the video. I'll introduce myself a little bit more if perhaps you've only fallen on my channel now. I'm a content creator based in the UK, and I do videos typically lifestyle, health, which is more to do with my eating habits and my weight loss journey, as well as chit chats on topics that people find very, very relatable. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video, I'm not going to come and say people have asked me to do it on YouTube. I think most of the questions come from non-YouTubers as well. My first YouTube video was published on the 17th of June 2021. That was last year. So when I did that video, I had probably watched only videos on YouTube that were helping me, especially cook or instruction videos. I did not know that there was a niche like lifestyle and just day-to-day family videos. I had no idea. I went into YouTube like a complete novice. I had never edited a video in my life, so I've learned everything I'm going to talk about today. I have learned over the past 12 months. Currently filming this video today, I have 1,841 subscribers. In order to qualify to be monetized, you need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. I say public because if you're watching yourself, it will not count as public watch hours. All of this has to fall within 12 months period. I got my first 1,000 subscribers in December of 2021. That was about 6 months after posting my first video. Now, a lot of this came from family, friends, people on Facebook. I have a big Facebook following, Instagram, and just word of mouth. And some of them were organic, people I did not know. But the thing is, whenever I had somebody I did not know, I was quite excited because most of my comments and subscribers came from people I knew. If I know what I know now, I would not have done certain things that I did. For example, there's like sub for subs. I did some of that. I got myself in certain Facebook groups, and maybe I gathered about 100, which obviously fell off and just wasted my time. And in January, I was ready to go. But I had a long way to go to hit the 4,000 watch hours. Why? Because a lot of the people that subscribed did that either because I subscribed to them as well, or because it was sub for sub, or it were people I knew who really were not interested in YouTube, but they subscribed just because they knew me. We were friends of people who know me, and they were not YouTube people. They did not really watch videos on YouTube, and that's where I stagnated. Now, I started learning more about keyword searches, which I'll talk about later. And then 3rd of March 2021, I got an email to say that I was accepted into the YouTube partnership program because I'd hit the 2 important steps. Now, this is where this very popular thing came from. Most people hold it. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that there's money. It's not a paycheck. No, it's just a way to symbolize that you're now part of the YouTube partnership program. And what does that really mean? It means that Google can run ads on your videos, okay? That's what that means. Now, and when they send this to you, it's a verification step after you've applied. The application form, I can talk about that another day. If you guys want me to talk about it, let me know. So once you fill that form, they verify that it's you. They send it to an address. I'm in the UK, so it came in the post, I think, in a day or two after verifying that it was actually me. And then in less than a week, I got accepted, and bingo. Now, that's the process in a summary. There's a bit that came later, which is to do with my tax. Viewers in the US, we pay tax on views, which is, again, a topic that I only got paid this month because of that. And I can talk about that if you guys want me to. I can explain how I fill the form. I can do all the boring paperwork on a separate video. Let me know. This is really to answer the most burning questions. We know now what the criteria is. You've understood how long it took me with my niche and the fact that I only became consistent about May. Now I'll talk about the things that I did, or the things that I have learned since being on YouTube for a longer period of time. The first thing is people worry about the wrong things. They capitalize on things like, oh, please subscribe to my channel and make sure that you share. What you should worry about, one, is the quality of your videos. Not quality as in the gadget used, is the content. If your content is good, it speaks for itself. And I think the video that I've had the most subscribers from, because you can see that in your analytics, is the video of my weight loss journey, because I was quite elaborate. I gave a lot of explanation. It was a long video, but it gave me a lot of my watch hours because it was a 90-minute video. So what I learned from that, two things. If you do quality content, people stay on, and that gives you the watch hours. So I started doing slightly longer videos, and I was trying to put a lot more thought into what I was putting out. I stopped doing lazy and boring or flat videos. What else did I learn? I learned that I cannot reinvent the wheel. The things that I tried, tested, and work, and I tried to stick to that. So everything that you think of talking about has been done. So the trick I learned is I look for similar videos and I just kind of tweak it to look like mine if the idea came up. The thing that I struggled was because the niche actually brought me to YouTube, which was my son's football journey. There's little or nothing about other YouTube moms doing this, which is, again, a positive thing. I could branch down, but I just did not have the traction when I did it. I didn't have the views. The people who were interested were not on YouTube. People who I know, who I'll send videos to and they'll watch. I learned to diversify. I also have learned very recently that consistency. Everybody says this, but I think consistency comes from two things. Be consistent on what you put out, and be consistent on the days and the times that you put it out. I'm still not doing what I'm saying, but I'm learning by seeing the progress I've made, and I'm planning to do that more. So the hiccups that I had along the way is, one, I have a full-time demanding job. Two, I have a full house, and the list goes on and on. So YouTube is a side thing for me now. I love it. I love the passion that I put into it, but I cannot compete with people who do this for a living, right? So content creation for me is new, and although I am loving the progress I have made, the kind of inhibitions that I have is time. So the inhibitions I had, but I've managed to do it. If I can't do it, anybody can. And to answer the question why you guys are probably still hanging about this video is, how much have I made on YouTube? Having just shy of 2,000 subscribers, how much have I made? Now, when we talk about the way it works, like I mentioned before, is Google Ads, right? So there's two things that are important, and it's taken me a while to understand. There's the RPM and the CPM. The CPM is cost per mile. It's what advertisers are ready or happy to pay YouTube for 1,000 views on your videos, on an advert. And the RPM is what YouTube will look at you and say, Mister, we think that based on what we know in the background, out of £7 that YouTube or the advertisers are ready to give us, we think you deserve £2. So averagely on my channel, depending again on what videos you do, I did a few finance related videos and the RPM was considerably higher because it was to do with money and other things that, you know, anything that wherever you discuss money, the RPM is usually higher than the CPM. So the CPM will be a lot higher and the RPM will be a percentage of that. So on average, my channel, depending, is about $5 what YouTube will pay me for 1,000 views. I'll go now into March, which was my first month I was monetized. I earned $22.68 because before all the paperwork went through was about the 26th. And one thing I forgot to mention is the first thing to do is to ensure that you turn on the ads on all of your videos. So that's what I earned in the month of March, and bear in mind I was doing 1-2 videos a week. I was not that consistent. Now come April, I got more serious and I thought there's money involved. Now let's get all the juicy stuff out. I made $32.18. So that was a positive increment of about $10. Again, I was not that consistent. I was still just doing things ad hoc. I've been on YouTube for 8-9 months. I was still learning. And then in May, I made $39.61. Again, I got better. The videos improved. I had a few videos and I started listening to my audience more. And that's something I forgot to mention. Listen to the people who watch you. If they ask for a certain genre of videos, if you can do it, it's best to do it. It always works better for you. And in the month of June, I earned $43.73. Again, you can see that went up. May and June were exciting months for me. It's not very reflective on the numbers, but I traveled a lot. I went to the US. I went to California for a football tournament and I did a lot of videos. Again, my algorithms got confused. Where are you? The UK? The US? Are you working mom? Are you a woman of leisure? You can see the growth. You can see the accumulation of the videos that were doing well. That carried on giving me the income. And in July, I made $54. So you can see that every month I was making $12, $13, $14, $15 more. Again, without me being consistent per se, but I will say that in the months of July, I was away in Cameroon and I had a few videos that did well because I went for a wedding. However, I was unwell and I did not film or post for about 2 weeks. So although I was posting quite a bit and I was hoping to carry on with that momentum, there was a point where I went flat and I did not post for a while. So that might have affected my income. So we are in August and it's ongoing with my CPM currently about $5 is looking positive because it goes up and down. I think the most I've made in a day was about $5 in a day. The least I've made is a few cents when I did not post. But this is just to encourage any new aspiring YouTubers like myself that keep going. They talk about consistency and I'm learning it. Just to summarize the finances, between March to present, I would have made $195 and a few cents. However, for YouTube to release your first payment, they do a check. They put like a little amount of, say, $1 into your account to check it's actually you. Once that is verified, and you can give them the amount, there's a bit of a verification process, then they transfer your earnings. For me, the reason why it's taking me this long, because after 3 months, I already had the threshold of I think it's about $100 that they release. So I made that ages ago, but I was traveling and I missed the emails where they kept asking me to fill out some information. That was my tax record. So the money accumulated and the balance was $195. YouTube did not pay all of that. They paid just £68, which is about $100, and they've retained the rest. So I'll see what they pay me next month, and they pay about the 22nd, 23rd of every month direct into your bank account. So let's see what happens to how much is released and how well I do over the next few months, and I'll definitely come and update you guys. If you see adverts on my videos and you family friends, you want to support me, the way you do it is just let the adverts play. Do something, put an earphone, just ignore it, let it play. That's where the income comes. And you can see that people believe that there's a lot of money to be made on YouTube. I always say this, that if you're coming to YouTube starting off and expect that this is a job that you go to work and you earn 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 pounds every month end from this onset with YouTube, you could not be any far further from the truth. It trickles down, and only consistency and time does it. I hope that this information has helped you, will help you to kickstart your YouTube career journey, side thing like myself. I keep saying, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Knowing how busy my life is, please, to support videos, try to watch the video up to the end, or at least for 5 minutes. If you've been contemplating YouTube, it's always good to start. If you're thinking it, you can do it. I always say that. If you don't think it, then you don't think it. Right? So I hope this has encouraged you, and I might do a part B if you guys want to see more. But if you've watched up to the end, thanks for watching. And if you are interested in my sort of content, I'd love you to join community. We talk about a lot of exciting topics. We talk about my weight loss journey, healthy recipes, being a busy mom, keeping productive, being organized, and everything in between. Until then, till I see you in my next video, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Any questions, feel free to ask, and let's keep supporting each other. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Bye.